My name is Jole Mugisha, the Deputy President, Western Region of the National Unity Platform, NUP. Recently, we, as National Executive Committee of NUP, we sat and made a decision with regard to our support of Honorable Mpuuga to be a Commissioner of Parliament. We, as Executive Committee, have found his position on that committee wanting. You will recall that a series of events have been happening from the time he was caught off guard, having allocated himself 500 million and having been engaging in other subversive activities that are contrary to our mission and vision and values. We recalled him. We have recalled him. We went through a number of activities, including several meetings where we asked Honorable Mpuuga, to explain to us in writing what had happened with regard to his corruption scandal, his involvement in the corruption scandal. And yes, he replied, though he had passed the time we had given him, 7 working days. He replied, but the reply was not substantive. It was not really, it was wanting. Therefore, on Friday, a few days ago, we had a full neck and we unanimously agreed that since he had not satisfied us as NEC as to why he was involved in the corruption scandal, we decided to withdraw his representation of us on that committee, and we nominated the Honorable Zake back to the commission, because after all, he had been wrongly accused and court had handled the issue. So we decided that it was very, very important for us as a party and for opposition in general, which is supposed to police the activities of Parliament and of government in general, that Honorable Francis Zake would be the best candidate once again. So we nominated him, and we have even already given him a letter to introduce him to Parliament, and the onus is upon Parliament to ensure that he takes that responsibility again. Yes.
Okugoba Zake agenda okuzzaayo Zake mu commission ate nga mukimanyi nti yali ayiseewo mu mateeka Parliament n'emugaana, kitegeeza ki eri ekibiina ne Parliament?
People originally didn't know what had happened. Now, we have discovered that the major reason Zake was dismissed from that position of being a commissioner was because he was auditing, the level of expenditure, illegal expenditure, extravagant expenditure by the House. So it looks that the Speaker of Parliament, tried to find a way of eliminating him, so that she could continue doing all those atrocities against the taxpayers' money. So court didn't find him guilty. Therefore, we feel that since he was even wrongly pushed out of the position, which NUP and the entire opposition feels he can do better, we are throwing him back to them so that we see if NRM, if it is really against corruption, as the president always says, if they will support him. Because otherwise, for us, we are doing the best for the taxpayers of Uganda and generally for the population of Uganda. We are saying Here is a thieving community, and this is the only person who is going to help us, you know, to reduce or to control the level of corruption that is happening. We are giving him to you. Now it is up to them, because the law, you know, gives parliament mandate even when we have nominated, but the law gives parliament mandate to either accept him or deny him. But for us, we have done our part as a National Unity Platform. Yes.
So far, what you have done, doesn't it put a distance between NUP and Matthias Mpuuga plus DP block MPs?
Well, that issue has been coming up all the time. I don't know if Honorable Matthias Mpuuga is DP block alone. I want to believe that that block had many other members, and that those members are Ugandans, and are Ugandans who can see what is happening to this country. Now, I don't like this generalization of Ugandans, where one person commits an offense and then the whole clan gets up, or the whole tribe of religious leaders get up and say, oh, our person. So I want Ugandans to look at this scenario. Honorable Mpuuga commits a corruption scandal, right? Now, for us at NUP, we say this is against our values. We want to give Ugandans a better government, where money, taxpayers' money, is spent on social services to Ugandans, the hospitals, the schools, the roads, name them, reduce tax and so on. Now, you come up and ask me if our removal of Honorable Mpuuga is going to take us against the DP bloc. Do DP people want corrupt representatives? I want you to answer me that. I want Ugandans to tell us, does UP, is it DP bloc? Does it like people? Does it like taxpayers' money to be, you know, I don't want to use that soft word of misappropriation. Do they want money stolen? Don't they want good services as Ugandans? I also heard about the Kabaka Kingdom and then the Catholic Church. I want to believe that the Catholic Church, even when Honorable Mpuuga is a Catholic, I want to believe that Catholics want services. I have all these neighbors of mine, they are Catholics, but I see them suffering as much as I do. I've not seen them partaking of what Honorable Mpuuga took. If there was medicine in Mbarara Hospital here, if the road was good, even right from here up to the main road, we literally walk because the road is so bad. Now, if they get up and say because Honorable Mpuuga is being witch-hunted because he was a Catholic, they would be crazy, they would be mad. Because when Ugandans don't have services, it is all the Ugandans, not discriminatory nature, where one part, where even NRM gets services and others don't. So I don't envisage that. But if it happens, well, we shall see how we jump a river when we get to it. But after all, the rest of the members of NEC, either from this church or from the other or this community, we are all Ugandans who are suffering the same fate that is muted on us by the current regime.
Someone may ask, why Honorable Zake in all MPs that you have in the parliament?
He has demonstrated that he can police what is happening in parliament. He demonstrated that he could do it better, and ever since, you will recall that around May 2022, when he was wrongly erased or dismissed from that commission, is when this scandal took place. May 2022. That means that when he was being ejected, there was a reason. It was not even about talking about the character of the Speaker of Parliament that he was accused of, because you had recently the Right Honorable Aniti Among talking about Parliament not working on hearsay, on things from the social media. So Honorable Zake didn't attack the speaker in person. She heard from the social media. Therefore, even what he was being accused of does not hold water. So we are saying that it is him. It is him. He was our first choice. And they say the first choice, the first cut is always the deepest, right? So he still is the candidate we have, whom we feel can do for us what we stand for as a party.
Now, was Robert Chagulanyi Ssentamu among the decision makers?
You see, NUP has a committee, a national executive committee, of which Honorable Chagulanyi Ssentamu, His Excellency Chagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, is a member. But you will recall that the laws that govern meetings, when one is absent with apology, and has, he knows that the meeting is going to take place, but puts in an apology because he's either sick, absent, or for whatever reason, and then that reason is accepted by the meeting, it means that the person is held collectively, with the decisions that are made by the meeting. So the fact that His Excellency Chagulanyi was physically not present in the meeting is bound collectively by the decision that was made by the meeting. He left before he went for the Oscar Awards. He left an acting president in the names of Dr. Rina Zedriga. She chaired the meeting, and the rest of us were there, the rest of the members, except for a few who lodged in their apologies. But he's held accountable because the decision was made by the entire, NEC, unanimously. Yeah.
Yesterday I was listening to Mr. Eyabadde Wanika, and in some of his remarks he said that some of the NUP members, even on the NEC, that some of you work for Museveni. And in one of the people that he noticed was Secretary General Gongoya.
Well, you see, unfortunately, the Constitution of Uganda, I'm saying unfortunately, mark my words, unfortunately, people have been given a scam in the names of freedom of speech, freedom of association, freedom of whatever freedom, by the Constitution of Uganda. I believe that as we say traditionally in our different languages, you see, you can't talk of a problem, you can't talk of a vice unless you have tasted it and you know it. We have found out that the Honorable Bwanika Abed was dealing, I've been hearing it on social media, was personally dealing with the NRM. There is one time when he wanted to take one of his supporters, major supporters in Masaka, to meet General Sari. He has been getting money. You will recall that Honorable Bwanika was a presidential candidate twice in this country, and he had his own party. Now, I take him as one of those people, very proud people, who think that nobody if I cannot have it, then nobody should have it, who have that kind of mentality. Because ever since he joined the party, he left his own home, let's call his party his home, came and joined NUP. But ever since he came in, he has been working together with a few individuals whom we know and can touch and say so and so, so and so. Has been working very hard to ensure that he fulfills the mission and intention of his boss, President Museveni. You remember, President Museveni, one time when he was in Hoima, he told Ugandans, when this group of Chagulanyi, eno group ya Kyagulanyi nyowe ningenda kugimaraho, I'm going to destroy all of them. Now, then he said, nyowe ngendera hansi, I work from down. That means he works through some individuals like Honorable Bwanika. But we thank God that we have been able to uncover them, to uncover their evil intentions, and we are dealing with them accordingly. Now, about our Secretary General, he's the one who started the party. Okay? So, surely you don't want to tell me that somebody can get pregnant. I'm talking from a woman's perspective now. You get pregnant, you run the pregnancy for 9 months with the intention of throwing your baby in a pit latrine, unless really you need a mental health examination. And my Secretary General does not reach that, does not need that. He's the brain and the engine that will revolve as a party. Otherwise, by now, would have been sunk long time ago if we were following the words and the evil intentions of people like Honorable Bwanika. Yes.
There are some people who think that NUP as a party, we are planning to drop Matthias Mpuuga as the Deputy President of Uganda region.
To drop him?
Yes.
But he's dropping himself. Why doesn't? You see, Ugandans, these many years of NRM have sunk the minds of Ugandans. Surely, I thought that when we pointed out that here is a scandal that is making Ugandans lose services, that Ugandans would get up and say, bravo, NUP, you've done it. Because now you wonder, at what level do Ugandans want others to operate, their leaders to operate? Because we are saying, here is a thief. Somebody has taken your money, the money which was supposed to equip hospitals, to improve your schools and so on. And they are saying, hey, they are finding reasons. Hey, you wanted to drop Mpuuga. Why didn't he do right if he didn't want to be dropped? We responded to his actions. And then we had even, remember, we had even given him a leeway. We had given him a chance to explain to us in writing. We didn't just pull him up, and our intention really was not to pull him down. No, we gave him working 24 hours at first. Then we extended the period to 7 working days. But, he didn't respond. So if that was the working down of Mr. Museveni, if that was okukorra grass, working in the grass of Mr. Museveni, then we thank God that we have been able to jump over that hurdle. Yes. Okay. But if Ugandans, those ones who support him, because everyone, you must remember that everyone, especially people who are in such positions, they have supporters of their own. But I want to believe even those supporters, if they didn't partake, if they didn't share the loot, then maybe they are supporting us. But if they are not, the rest of Uganda will support us. My message to all NUP supporters and the rest of Uganda, please join us to fight all those people that are putting us in this very ugly predicament, where our schools, where our roads are very poor, where the standard of living of Ugandans is terrible. If you go to the neighboring countries, go to Kenya here, go to Rwanda here, and you see how other people live, then you'd come and hate Uganda, because we have all the resources here. Uganda is a very rich country. There is no anywhere in the world I have been that I've seen is better than Uganda. But then Ugandans are the poorest. So if you people of Uganda want to improve your situation, come and join us in the struggle. And when the struggle is over, we shall wear the crown of glory. So I'm calling upon NUP members and all those unsatisfied Ugandans, all those open-eyed Ugandans, even from the NRM, because now I have seen something that is funny. I'm going to, you know, it looks terrible for me. I have, when I was young, I used to hear of a story. A Munyankore Mpororo man came from a place called Mpororo and went to visit his, would have been friend in Igara. Igara is parts of Bushenyi there. Now this man, when he got there, the wife of the man from Bushenyi prepared for him a millet dish, you know, akaro, they call it akaro in Urinyankore. And, you know, she had omukaro, dry meat, and then she had ghee. So she made a very good dish of karo and omukaro with a shabwe, you know, those things in Urinyankore here. Because millet was served hot, this Muhororo man from Mpororo there found it hard to keep on picking millet from the basket and, you know, and eating it. So at one point, one of those small, I don't know the right word, but the pieces, you know, he picked, burnt his mouth, but it fell back down in the plate where the sauce was being served. You know what the man said? He said, I'm trapping you from up and down. I'm trapping you from up and down. You have no escape. Now I see Ugandans going in that direction from the father, and the son is trapping them from down. So wake up, Ugandans, and reclaim your space.